Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Faith Boost. This week I want to share something with you which is something which you'll probably be very aware of, something which is very obvious to lots of you, but something that maybe sometimes we forget about. I want you to have a look here, just here by my ear. That's right, not back there, right here by my ear. Can you see it? There's something here which is amazing. It's phenomenal. It is crucial. It is so important. Can you see it? Keep looking. Maybe you'll see it if you keep looking. The reality is you probably won't see it because as well as being important and amazing and crucial, it's also invisible. That's right. Right here next to me, I have something which is brilliant, something that all of you could do with in your life every single day. Some of you may well have worked out what it is. It's air. Right here is air. Next to you right now, there'll be air right around you. Each and every day we have air right there with us in the midst of everything that's going on in our lives, with our work, in our home, in our school, whatever we're doing. Air is there with us, and so often we take that for granted. We don't think about it. We just it happens. But for a moment, I encourage each one of you, just take a really deep breath in. No, I want you to do it now. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, it's as if you become more aware of the air that's around you. It's as if you become like, hang on, is that there all the time? We know it is, but most of the day we don't think about it. It's right there and we just take it for granted. It's something that is present and it's good for us. The same can be true so often in our lives when it comes to God, that we just take God for granted. He might be there right with us in the midst of every situation. He might be looking after us. He might be taking care of us. He is definitely present. But we end up taking it for granted. How can we be sure? How can we be sure that He's with us? Well, let me read a couple of verses from the Bible. First of all, I'm going to read from the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. These verses we've done a few times at church recently. Let me read them again. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Really encouraging verses for each one of us. And then I'm going to read from the New Testament. These are words from Jesus as he's about to ascend into heaven. He says these things to his disciples. And teaching them to obey everything I've commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Those verses remind us that God is with us. But so often, like the air that's here, that's crucial and important and vital for our day-to-day living. Just like God is like that for us in our Christian living, we can take it for granted, we forget it, we're not really aware of it. But just as we take that deep breath in, we become more aware of the air. The same is true with God. If we spend a moment to think about who God is, if we spend a moment to think about what God has done, the things we're thankful for, the way that God is involved in our lives, then we become so much more aware of God. This week as a church, we are each day we're committing ourselves to pray, that call to prayer to God who is able to make a difference, to intervene. God is there. Do we take God for granted too often? Do we too often think to ourselves, it doesn't matter, and we too often just think about it very, very rarely? How about you? As you take another deep breath in now, and you become more and more of the air around you, how aware are you of God in your life? How aware are you of God moving, being there, helping you, supporting you, taking care of you? The promises in Joshua, the promise in Matthew, is that God is with us wherever we go to the very end of the age. Let me finish with a prayer. God, thank you for the air that we have that keeps us alive. But God, I thank you that you keep us alive on a completely different level, in a completely different way. God, thank you that you are with us. God, thank you that you take care of us. God, thank you that we can trust you. God, thank you that we can rely on you. God, thank you that your promise says that you are with us. May we all know you with us today. Amen. Take care, everyone.